Welcome to Sports Talk on the Tuesday night edition. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, and the show is being produced by Big Don of Big Don Production. He's to my right. What's up, Big Don? How you doing, man?
Everything's good. Everything's good.
All right. We got the legend, Bruce Austin. What's up, Bruce?
Hey, beautiful.
I know it is, my brother.
If you get any better, I'd be nervous.
It's always good to see you. All the way in Jacksonville, Florida, my one and only brother, Henry Green. What's up, bro?
All right. How you doing, bro? How's everybody this evening?
Great.
Larry Pearson in Frederick, Maryland. What's up, Larry?
KC.
And our sports legend, Anthony McLean. What's up? The winner of the television at the showcase. Congratulations.
All good.
I got a question. Was you kind of shocked and surprised when you won that television?
Both. Very much so.
And we got the Bishop, Ernest Richard, Howard the Stand Outreach Ministries in Maryland. What's up, my brother? God bless you. You must be on mute. Down about your mute.
You got the cell phone mute.
You're on mute. One of the
How's
greatest.
that better?
In the clouds.
All right. We got the purple haze getting ready to roll out. Bring the Eagles into Minnesota and see what we can do. Let's have a roast here. Blessings, brothers. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
You guys gonna get it on tonight. One of the greatest pastors in the world, Pastor Walter Teague, and happy birthday to your wife Pam.
Yes, sir. Yes, happy birthday.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Man.
All right.
God bless you. How's everyone tonight?
Everybody doing good, man. Every moment move, Kendall Tyson. What's
Yes,
up?
sir. Ready.
All right. And I do want to make a fast announcement. Some of y'all don't know that our good friend Bob McCormick is in the hospital. Okay, so Kendall's going to be filling in for Bob tonight. Yo, keep in your prayers. All right, he had a problem with his heart. But although we know the word of prayer, keep Bob in your prayers. All right, so God can strengthen him and bring him back. Okay, healthy again. All right, Larry, it's on you, bro. Let's do our thing.
Okay, today we're going to start off with the firing of the Titans coach. A lot of people didn't see it coming, but some of the players were talking about how bad the practices was and downgrading the coach, and the same thing on the Miami Dolphins. Tua tore into his, and in that leadership, they said there's no discipline. People doing what they want to do. They show up late. I mean, I don't see where this going. The players want to put the coaches out there that bad. Either they want a new coach or, they tired of losing. Anthony, did you see the Titans coach leaving after 1 year?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he actually lasted this long, to be honest. I think the only thing that saved him was that gift that they got from Arizona a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's been honest or ugly down there for them. And what's ironic is that now they're playing. I think their next game is against New England, which is of course
Yeah.
against the
Vrabel.
coach that they hired. So, yeah, it's full disclosure. I used to be a longtime Oilers fan, and I hung with them for a little while, even when they made the move to Tennessee. But once they went crazy with Vince Young and let Jeff Fisher run that franchise lousy, I was done with them.
Okay, Walter, you see it coming?
Yeah, I'm with him. I'm surprised they lasted this long. They were pretty much. They have a good defense, but it was 2 years. I don't think it was. This is the first year,
No,
right?
it's 1 year. 1 year. 1
Oh, I
year,
thought it was
5
the second year.
games.
Okay, all right. Because I know they fired Vrabel last year before last. Yeah, I'm not surprised at it. I'm more surprised that the Miami coach hasn't gotten fired yet. But no, I wasn't surprised at that yet.
But why do you think Tua coming after the coaches and want it done now?
No, he didn't come after the coach. He came after the players. He said they
Right.
don't show up for mandatory practice. They don't show up for players only practice. They come in
But he
late.
said there's no discipline, nothing being done about it.
Yeah, but yeah, that was more for. But did you watch Sunday Night Football? What they said is you should have. If you got a problem with the players, you should address the players. Don't come out and in the media. If you want to go out and address the players and tell them to get on board, then stand up, be a man, and address whoever you're talking about. Name them by name, and if you get beat up, just get beat up. But don't come out and hide behind the media. And that's just like us online. We could talk a lot of junk because you ain't got to see nobody. But if you got a problem, step to them and tell them what's going on and get in line.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they tried that. Members only. I mean, the players only meeting.
Well, that's what he's talking about. He's saying they didn't show up. So, but I'm saying, so he should, instead of airing it out in the media, because that ain't gonna make nothing happen, but they just gonna get mad at him. He should just, come together and fight it out. That's what we had to do when I played high school. Man, we have a captain's meeting, and Casey wouldn't even come upstairs because you fight it out, then go play. I mean,
but he's some superstar throwing great. He's not doing that. I mean, he threw 3 interceptions. He hasn't been having a great year himself this year. And if you're not being a true leader and doing your part, nobody gonna want to listen. Because there's definitely more to it than just showing up for those private meetings. He's not actually. Yeah. If you're gonna take that role, then you got to be able to back that stuff up. And Tua is not backing up what he wants. He might show up he ain't showing up at the game. So that's the way they're looking at it on him too now.
Yeah, but I can see that. But in order to win, you can't just say, well, Donald not doing what he's supposed to do or Bruce not doing what he's supposed to do. That's where them players only meeting come in at. Everybody coming in, we get it together and say, look, we got to get together as a team. Never mind the individual stuff. If we don't get together as a team, we're not going to win. You know what I mean? It don't make no difference to keep saying, well, Donald not doing this or Bruce not doing this. If we don't do it as a team together and come together on these meetings and understand what we're trying to do, you ain't going to win.
Well, he might be trying to be a leader, but they're not looking at him as the real leader.
Yeah, but it don't matter whether you performing up to your standards or not. Sometimes somebody got to speak up to say, we got to get this together. And that's all Tua trying to do. It ain't got nothing to do with how good or how bad he playing. We got to get
But they think the coach gonna get fired any day, so they think coach can get fired any day. So, I think should go and fire the coach now and get rid of all that mess,
I think the Dolphins actually been playing better in the last 2 games than they played all season. They played really good. I thought they were going to win last Sunday, and they played very good against the Bills. So actually, even though it's not producing any wins, they didn't lay down and die. They didn't let the team score 50 on them.
Right.
That's when you want to get the coach fired. They say, we ain't even going to show up. Score 60 on us. They didn't do that. So,
that's why a lot of players like ourselves, because Tennessee was hard on discipline.
Right.
And that's the only way you can win. You let guys do anything they want, and none of them guys are not showing up for practice. None of them gonna step up to be a leader. So sometimes you got to listen to somebody.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He said they wasn't showing up for practice. I know the players only meeting, they wasn't showing
Yeah,
up.
but there's
For
a lot of
meetings.
stuff that for meeting practices. They were coming late, but they did show up.
No, that's on the coach when they ain't coming to
That's what I'm
practice.
saying.
Now.
That's why Paul
He got to definitely jump on that.
Right. But Paul was disciplined. He was a disciplinarian.
That's right.
Okay, Henry, we ain't hear from you yet.
Well, the Miami Dolphins are not playing good right now. They're playing a little better. It's just amazing. 2 years ago, this the same team. Pretty much everybody on the team, they scored 70 points in a game. You know, so between him, he probably make the coach will probably last through the season. Depends how they do. I think they got to play the Panthers this Sunday, so I think they're gonna lose that one. And then now the Jets, they haven't won a game yet, so he might be going being a black coach. He may not make it through the season. He don't get a win pretty soon.
Now he's an ex-Jet
Glenn's gonna make
alumni. Yeah, he's an ex-Jet alumni. Probably gonna be a Hall of Famer. Now I think he'll be all right.
You think he'd be all right?
They give him 2 years.
Okay.
They give him 2 years. Kendall, what'd you think?
Well, availability is the best ability. Tua has been accident prone and he's been up and down. He has a lot of talent. And bringing it out to the audience, to us, he's airing locker room business. He hasn't been much of a leader as far as his performance is concerned, his attendance. Sometimes it's not just, being a good player. Sometimes it's just being there all the time. He has not been there. You don't bring that out to the locker room. As far as the culture in Tennessee and Miami, they're not even in the conversation of making the playoffs. So as we're speaking now, we're having conversations like, hey, did you see the Carolina Panthers? You see the Atlanta Falcons? You see the Indiana Colts? Miami's culture and Tennessee's culture are just not even there. So I'm not surprised that one coach is gone, and it's a matter of time before the next one goes.
Bishop?
All right, don't let it bother you for me to say this, but the blame game is inevitable when you're not doing that well, whether it's in sports or in everyday life. And the media is their little outlet to air their little dirty laundry. Unfortunately, it got out. Getting to the Tennessee situation, that coach was sort of kind of done halfway through last season. If I remember correctly, they lost their last 3 games or something, their last 4 games or something like that. And here they are now, where they like 1-4, 1-5 or something like that, maybe. Truth of the matter is, it was just inevitable. For Miami, their coach probably has the rest of this season, or at least to the playoffs, if not further, before they're going to do anything about him. So, and it didn't help them for injuries and things of that nature either. So it's a combination of things. I don't see the Miami coach going nowhere no time soon. At least not before this season's over. But the Tennessee coach, he signed his certificate last year.
Hey, next subject, Dallas Cowboys. No defense. Average quarterback's rating coming out of Dallas game is over 120. The average. Jerry Jones was on TV today saying his defense was good. They got some things to work on. I don't think that's anybody looks at it like that, but he's still on TV promoting that his defense is still okay. What you think, Bruce?
Definitely not accurate. The defense trouble. Anybody that watches football knows the defense trouble. It's really bad. It's really bad because Dak having one of his best years.
Yes.
And he's not getting from the defense. So Jerry, Jerry, man, he might say anything.
Let me go next, because I want to say that it was the Carolina Panthers. You can't outscore them boys. I don't want to hear nothing about those. What about if Dak is so great? Why you guys offense didn't outscore them?
No, they
You know what I
scored.
mean? They outscored them. They didn't win.
Yeah, but
I'm not.
Yeah,
Why didn't they get 40 points
yeah, but you
against the
still,
Carolina Panthers? You couldn't get
yeah, but
40
you
points.
can't count them out. You can't count Carolina out because you don't think they're a good team. They playing better than that. You talk like Dallas can go down and score anytime they want.
Dallas should have blew them boys out.
There's no team in the NFL can score when they want to score.
Look, don't be
that was the
blaming
case-
the defense when the offense can't score no better than what they do.
Everybody that watch knows the defense.
The defense is lousy.
Dallas
But
is scoring points.
the
They're
Carolina
scoring
Panthers ain't got no great defense either. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't have scored as much as you did.
Yeah, but we scored.
And they scored. And they scored more.
Who did they score? Scored on the lousy defense.
They scored on Dallas. That's all.
So you think Dallas? So you saying Dallas got a good defense?
No.
What you
No.
saying then?
I'm saying your offense should have beat that offense. You still should have
It
had
don't
more
always
points.
work like that.
It didn't.
I mean, Cleveland beat what's it called? Green Bay. But they know it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be games like that. You're not gonna outscore everybody.
What's you guys' record right now?
It don't matter what
How
their
many
record.
games you gonna have like that?
It all
I
depends.
mean, we always talked about you guys play good during the season and mess up. Now you ain't gonna make it to the playoffs the way you're playing.
Patrick Mahomes is
Number one.
He
Number
considered.
one.
Listen, he considered the best quarterback in the league. Right?
Yeah.
What is record? 3-3. So that means he's not outscoring everybody. So why Dallas got to
Yeah,
outscore
but see,
everybody?
they don't turned it around.
They
Don't look
done
like
turned it
Dallas.
around.
Look like Dallas going the other way.
Yeah, well, 3-3. What's the difference in 3-3 and 2-3?
1 point, one game.
1 point.
One
point.
more
A
win.
winner's point. That's what it is. A winner's point.
I'd rather be 5-1.
We done. You guys can move on. We had it.
Oh, okay, Henry. Henry, go ahead. Since you're a Dallas fan.
No, he ain't a Lakers fan today. Look, he done got all the shirts off.
What you wearing tomorrow? A jersey with everybody
You
on
keep
it.
changing back and forth when we're winning.
Like I said, if the Cowboys could play the Jets every week, we will look super every week. But I'm really not expecting a lot from Dallas this year, especially with the way the defense is. So it is. I don't think we're even going to make the playoffs the way it looks, but we'll have to see. Because the NFC East, nobody in NFC East is not really doing anything. So we might sneak in on the playoffs, but we'll have to see. Because the way the Eagles, they're struggling a little bit. Giants, Washington, the whole division, they're all messing up right now.
Okay, Kendall.
The best thing that's going on for the Giants and Dallas and the Philadelphia Eagles, as well as the Washington Commanders, they're playing for the NFC East. No, least. And Dallas has a chance of making playoffs with a losing record. The way that division's playing, the way Philadelphia is showing up, obviously, or not showing up. Regular season Dak. And then, Jerry Jones has a lot to say, and that seems to be a problem. As an owner, he's obviously the most visible owner. And if you're talking and you're not winning, wouldn't you want to change that and stop talking? Maybe you'll win, So, he makes some interesting decisions. I watched his story. His family grew up, they were great in the 90s. It's been like, 30 years since Dallas has been relevant? I mean, you're talking a whole generation of children that are not seeing the Dallas Cowboys win, and it won't be this year. So they're not really relevant.
Okay, Walter.
I was surprised that Dallas won. Just up and down. It's just an up and down season in the NFL altogether, man. I was shocked. But the Panthers actually got to give them credit, Ant. The Panthers actually playing well. They got some big wins here, man.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked after, Dallas had put up all those points in the last two games. They still put up 27, but they lost. So I text and didn't know. I asked, was it a bigger win for the Panthers or a bigger loss for the Cowboys?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably bigger, yeah, probably bigger win than for the Panthers to get the win because they hadn't beaten Dallas in a long time.
Like
The
10,
thing is,
11
I think
years.
Dallas, yeah, you got to go back to this. The last time they actually won in Dallas was when Cam during the Super Bowl year when Cam was there. But I think the last the last two games gave them sort of a false sense of hope because they were scoring points and they basically split. They whooped up on the Jets and they were able to salvage a tie. Um, Look, we knew the defense was going to be what it is. Jerry apparently is still trying to is still trying to justify the Parsons trade more than anything else. I think the best thing he could do is just don't say anything because all you're doing is just burying yourself. But yeah, it's with the way the year is going right now. There is no clear. This is the best team. So if they're able to make make a trade, God forbid, and they get a halfway decent defensive player, who knows? They can make the turnaround. There's unless you're the Titans or the Jets or the Dolphins, nobody is really out of this thing at all this year.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
yeah, Anthony, you was one of the only teams to pick the Panthers, and last week I mentioned that the Panthers might beat them, but you actually picked the Panthers. What did you see?
Well, Bryce Young starting to come into his
I
own,
said
acclimating himself.
Anthony.
Well, he
I
picked
saw
him
Bryce
too.
Young coming into his own, acclimating himself, putting himself in a position to win. I mean, he's still got that grit and he's developing killer instinct. I didn't see a whole lot there, but playing no disrespect, Bruce, but playing Dallas, that's like playing your practice squad sometimes. Jerry Jones turned around and has the nerve to say that their defense is good. People that don't like sugar and Kool-Aid think it's good. So what else is new?
All right, let's take a pause for a minute. We're going to have Kendall. He's going to fill in for Bob right now. He's going to give us some sports tonight.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, hi. Hey, wait a minute. We'll do it professional. Hi, I'm Kendall Tyson for Sports Talk, filling in for Bob McCormick. Last night in the NFL, we had the Atlanta Falcons defeating the Buffalo Bills. How surprising was that? And a last-minute fumble by the Washington Commanders caused the Chicago Bears to kick a last-second field goal in order to win that game. Last night in Major League Baseball, the Seattle Mariners beat the Toronto Blue Jays 10-3, and the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Brewers 2-1. And today, the Dodgers are back at the Brewers. There are a couple scores going to go on in the NHL. Some people watch the NHL. So we'll talk about the Avalanche defeat at the Sabres 3-1, the Predators at the Senators 4-1, Jets beat the Islanders 5-2, the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Boston Bruins 4-3, the Detroit Red Wings beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-2, the Panthers beat the Flyers, the Flyers beat the Panthers 5-2, and the Devils beat the Blue Jackets 3-2, and the Blues beat the Canucks 5-2, and the Los Angeles Kings beat the Wild because the regular season lost to the Wild 4-3. And finally, in there, we have the Chicago Blackhawks beating the Mammoth 3-1. We're going to say congratulations to Jason Kidd signing a new multi-year contract for the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to talk about the fact that Luka Doncic last night for Dallas played point guard. How does that look?
Lakers. Luka played for the Lakers.
Well, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Cooper Flagg. See, I'm not Bob McCormick.
That's all right. You doing
Cooper Flagg played point guard for the Dallas Mavericks last night. And how did that look? We got the new Lakers because Luka Doncic is actually playing tonight for the Lakers. He's debuting in the preseason tonight. The UConn women are back at number 1 in the AP preseason poll. South Carolina is number 2. They won the national title 8 of the previous times that it started off as number 1. And we're going to talk about Giannis's family moving to Greece. His wife Mariah and their 4 children are just making a permanent stay in Greece. What does that mean? And finally, for the WNBA, congratulations to the Las Vegas Aces winning their 3rd WNBA championship in 4 years, interrupted by the New York Liberty last year. and Asia Wilson, who the first player in WNBA history to get the regular season MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and champion in the WNBA championship series. So congratulations to the Las Vegas Aces. And that's, as Bob will always say, and that's all the sport I got.
Hey, Bob Jr., you left out the Falcons game.
I said the Falcons game.
He started out with the Falcons.
I must have went to sleep on that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I heard you talking about. I said that.
Well, it was
Yeah.
7:30. I'm
Last
sorry.
night in the NFL.
It was 7:30. I apologize.
All right.
Stay woke.
Good.
We forgot. I like to bring up that Giannis is bringing all his brothers in. You know, they're the first team to have 3 brothers on the team. I think there's one more brother left. He got to get up there, and he's gonna make
Wow.
it a affair. Now you know Giannis is doing this because them boys can't play. The other brothers can't play. They're not great. But,
He's had his brothers on the team all the time. You know, it's been that way. When he won the championship, there were 3 brothers on the team. 2 brothers on the team.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah,
I
now
didn't
it's
do
3. I
Wow.
think they still got one more brother out there to get on the team. But I
No, he
think they're doing.
plays soccer. The other brother, the oldest one, is a professional soccer player.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so he's getting on the team. All right. But I think what it is, we all know it's Giannis, but that shows how bad Milwaukee wants to keep him. You know, if the Lakers could get Bronny James, I guess Giannis said, I could get my brother.
That's what I'm going to say. Everyone makes a big deal about Bronny James, but we think about Giannis. How about Doc Rivers and Austin Rivers? I mean, this stuff has been going on for quite some time, you know,
Yep.
but, you know, because it was LeBron James, it became a big story. And to be perfectly honest, if I were a basketball player and I were on the team and I had a position to draft my son on the team, I'd do it.
Oh, yeah. And I also think that Steph is the one that got Steph on the Warriors, too. And no way that they just wanted Steph Curry, unless his brother said something. But that goes to show how poor some of the guys got. A great poor. But we can get back to the football now with you, Larry.
Okay. I was looking at Buffalo as being a good team. Leave no doubt, Buffalo is not a good team. Let me give you some of the stats. He passed for 250 yards. They ran for 210. You know, that's giving them over 460 yards. You know, and this is a team that's supposed to be ready to go to the Super Bowl. I don't think so. What the Patriots showed everybody was how you beat Buffalo. You punch them straight in the mouth and you run them over. You know, what I seen last night about Buffalo and Atlanta didn't even play that good. They didn't even play that good. They didn't play that good, and they still ran over Buffalo. So, as Buffalo being the top contender to go to Super Bowl, I doubt that. And Anthony, what do you think about your Buffalo Bills?
My Buffalo Bill.
I'm talking about they was one of the teams picked to go to Super Bowl.
Yeah. Again, I think again they've been exposed like a lot of teams this year. They never, other than Joey Bosa, they didn't really add much to the defense. I think they also missed the leadership of Von Miller. Maybe not so much on the field, but off the field more than anything else. And to be honest, I think Sean McDermott's been on borrowed time. I really do. I'm not saying he's going to get fired this year, but I think if they don't make a run or whatever, I think he's gone. But it's early enough, and see that division. The only team in that division that could possibly give them a push is the Patriots, and the Patriots are still trying to figure out what they're doing. But yeah, unless they just fall off the face of the earth, they're still going to be in the mix. Are they the best team in the AFC? No. But will they be in the mix in the end? We'll see. It's because it's still a long way to go here.
Walter, what did they show you last night?
Oh, it's not about last night. It's early in the season. Buffalo has a lot of injuries, as does everyone else. And basically, most of their injuries on the defensive side of the ball. They're still one of the favorites to go to the Super Bowl. And as long as they got Josh Allen, they're gonna be fine. But and last night all he had was secure. Number 10, that was the only wide receiver that he had that would catch the ball. Everybody else was hurt. Their tight end was out. So all they had was wide receiver, and they knew that he's the only one that could throw the ball to too. So, but Atlanta's no scrub. I mean, Atlanta beat the team in purple, and Atlanta's no scrub, man. They got some great players. They're up and down, but we when they lost to the Panthers, we was like, wow, but now the Panthers not that bad. So Atlanta's a good team, and they got a lot of weapons. But I think Buffalo's going to be all right. There's a lot of injuries, just like, a lot of teams got a lot of injuries now. The Chiefs started off with injuries. Now their guys are coming back. 49ers are playing with like fourth string. And now Warren, their middle linebackers out for the season. So a lot of teams. Look at the Bucks. They're playing with their fourth string wide receivers too, and they're only got one loss. So injuries play a part of football. I think Buffalo's going to be all right. But what they did prove is they still can't stop the run. They couldn't stop Derrick Henry, and they couldn't stop Bijan Robinson. They can't stop the run.
But 460 yards and giving up, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's
they can't stop the. Yeah, no.
Even Dallas don't give up that much.
Himself, Bijan Robinson had 150 something running. He had about 90 something. Yeah, and about almost 100 passing. So himself, yeah. Yeah, but they're gonna be all right.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to figure out. Go ahead, Ken.
Who are we talking about?
Buffalo.
We're talking about the Buffalo Bills.
That's what I'm asking you. Who are we talking about? Buffalo. No one matters right now. I mean, I heard every word that the pastor said. I'm just saying, he brought up a very good point on the fact that they don't have their team, but neither does Brady. What is his name? Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is missing a Hall of Fame player in Mike Evans, and literally out there balling. He looks like, to me, he and Daniel Jones are the MVPs of the season so far. Josh Allen is a talent. I'm not going to count him out. He is suffering from a lot of, different, injuries, so to speak. But they didn't show up. Atlanta ran over them. The first half, it was kind of close. And it was funny because I get up pretty early. But last night, for whatever reason, I was up during the second half and got up for work at a reasonable time. And I just watched Atlanta's second half just dominate them. I didn't know Atlanta was that good. It's my first time seeing Atlanta this year. I didn't think they were relevant, but I think we have a problem there because that team looked pretty solid. So I mean, no one's telling me that Kansas City is not going to be out of the AFC right now. No one is shaking my confidence in that because Pat Mahomes, for the last couple of years, has proven to me, and as well as anyone else, that you can never count him out, especially winning all those games on the road in order to win a championship a couple of years ago. So, like I said, who are we talking about? Nobody right now.
Okay, go ahead, Henry.
In the AFC, Buffalo, they're going to make the playoffs, but the way it looks, I don't think it matters because Kansas City is going to make it to the Super Bowl. I don't see if their defense keeps playing like the way they played Sunday, ain't nobody beating them in the AFC. That's just how I see it. All the other teams, they're gonna make the playoffs, but Kansas City, no matter on the road, Patrick Mahomes showed us he can win on the road. So it doesn't matter to me what any other teams in the AFC do. I don't see nobody in the AFC stopping Kansas City.
Okay, Bishop.
I'm not overly concerned about Buffalo at this particular point. As Pastor Walt already said, they're going to be all right. He said they can't stop the run, and I have to add to that, they can't tackle. They made Bijan Robinson look like a young Gale Sayers, running around out there. I mean, he was just dodging and darting and pretty much doing whatever he wanted to. Man could have stopped, took a drink of water, and still got to the end zone. That's how bad it was. And I mean, Buffalo's defense, I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, last night I would have gave them about a 6.5, maybe even a 4.5, somewhere in that neighborhood, because they were just terrible. So I'm not worried because they'll come together. They'll like Kansas City and hopefully like Baltimore, they'll find a way.
Okay, we in the studio.
Ant. Oh, Ant left.
Yeah,
Oh no,
I-
that's
Oh, Ant.
No, I talked. I talked. Right.
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're in the studio.
I'm trying to figure out how people counting Buffalo out when their record is 4-2, and Kansas City is 3. You know what I mean? Kansas City got to play more than that. We always say you can't just play one good game and say you're ready. You got to put 2 or 3 of them together. You know what I mean? Every week we seeing something different. With all of these teams are supposed to be favorite. So you can't say one is not going to make it because they dropped the game and the other one is. I mean, Buffalo going to be there. That's not, they got Josh Allen. They're going to be there. That's because they 4-2. Why would you talk about behind one game and Kansas City then lost 3 and you got them in the Super Bowl? Now what happens if Kansas City lose?
But Buffalo don't play nobody. They don't play nobody.
They don't play nobody. Now they don't play nobody.
Look at their division. Look at their
I'm
division.
The Canadian League.
They're not in first place. New England's in first place in their division.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? So it don't matter. It's only 6 games.
That's right.
I bet if you was a gambler, you wouldn't put no money on none of them teams against Buffalo.
KC all day. KC all day.
They don't
But you'll
play.
see in a couple of weeks. You'll see in a couple of weeks that November 1st.
All day.
There you go. And if they lose that, Larry, don't suddenly call tomorrow. You got to
They
work.
got the gang back together. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
How many games haven't KC
Hey,
won?
Larry, don't call in talking about you got to go to work. We
I
call
cashed
you
that
boss.
check. I cashed that check yesterday.
In a row.
I wouldn't cash that check, bro.
Yeah,
I
listen,
cashed that check
that check
yesterday.
is going to the NBA. It's about to bounce.
They won last week.
They won this week.
Who?
Did KC win 2 in a row?
No. One.
Just one.
One.
They only
One.
won
Count
one.
the practice
They
game.
lost last week to the Jaguars.
Hey, Don, if you count the last preseason game, yeah, they won 2 in a row.
What did you say, Bishop?
I say if you count the last 2 preseason games, yeah, they won 2 in a row.
No.
Hey, don't they
They
play
went in the
Dallas real
preseason.
soon? Don't they play Dallas real soon?
But nobody worry about Dallas. They know they ain't going nowhere. You got more problems to worry about than what Dallas doing. Everybody know Dallas ain't going nowhere.
There you go, Larry. For real though, KC better win the next 2 games. They play the Raiders, and then they play
Then they play Buffalo.
and then they play the Broncos.
They may not win that Broncos game.
Keep talking that.
They
Vikings may not win, but
They had a
KC
hard
gonna
time with the
win.
Broncos the last 2 years. They may not win that game.
Okay, next subject.
They going every other week.
Hey, let's get off that. Right now, everybody, KC ran over the Lions, the top-rated team in the NFL. Went through them, went around them, and dunked them. I thought the Lions were gonna put up a game and come back, but hey, they didn't have the manpower. You know, KC actually put something on them. Anthony, let's start in the studios. Jerry, go ahead.
You want to start with Jerry? Huh? Okay,
Let's
go ahead.
start in the studio, Jerry.
No, because I told you on Friday night I picked Detroit to win. And because I thought Detroit had a better team, and I still think Detroit got a better team. Just that KC, like you guys said Friday, it was a big win for them, a big game for them, and Pat Mahomes came through. But they got if they played in Detroit, what they played? They played in KC, right? Kansas City.
Yeah.
They played Kansas City.
Oh yeah, that was a big win, Larry, for KC, right? A big win. But I'm glad you didn't call me though. But that he. I'm glad you didn't call me.
I was good, but I gave you a break. I let it go.
You called me on the other game, and they lost. So you can call me on that one. That was good. Well, yeah, but KC, they need credit. But I still think Detroit's a better team. If they beat the Super Bowl, I mean, you got to go with Pat. But I won't be surprised if Detroit beat them. Detroit got a good team, man. All right, go ahead.
Okay,
Well, I know
Bruce.
KC is a little up.
Donald, go ahead.
I know KC's a little up and down, but I knew they was gonna beat the Lions because I'm gonna have to agree with Larry, even though I ain't no KC man on the team now. But I have to agree. I think they're coming back now. I think they're starting to turn things around, and I think we're gonna see more wins out of the boys. They're definitely gonna be there. And if they be there and they run into Buffalo, I think they're gonna run all over Buffalo because they got their number.
Yeah, I mean, they played an excellent game. I mean, you can't say they didn't. They played an excellent game, but they haven't been playing like that all year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to put two or three together. You can't just pick one and think all your troubles is over.
I just think they're back now.
Yeah, but they could be back. They could be back, but you can't just think it. They got to go out there and prove it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, that's why they play the game.
Yeah.
You know, they played good, and we expect them to play good.
You don't think they're gonna beat the Raiders?
Oh, they should beat the Raiders.
All right.
I mean,
the start like that then.
Yeah, they got to do it. They got to do it. How many of y'all picked New England to beat Buffalo?
None of us.
And what happened? So
Nobody thought that was going to happen.
There ain't no guarantee. That's why they play the game.
We didn't pick them, but a lot of us thought it could happen though. But we didn't go with it.
No.
A lot of us thought it could happen because they had beat them the year before. Tough.
Yep.
But yeah. I didn't pick them.
If everything happened the way everybody thought, Kansas City would be undefeated right now.
Oh no.
That's all I'm saying. They the great y'all got in the Super Bowl. Why wouldn't they be undefeated?
No.
You'll have to be to get there.
They started off. They started off with injuries.
They're gonna plow everybody down for now and go to the Super Bowl. That means they shouldn't have lost none already.
Worthy didn't even play in the first game. He got hurt.
Said that was the great.
They got him down.
Who's that?
Every time Dallas loses, they don't want to blame Dak. They want to blame the
That don't mean he's the greatest quarterback.
The defense.
That don't mean he's the greatest
Dak
quarterback.
doing his job. It's the defense.
Who you
All right, Larry. Move him along, Larry. Move him out. Let's do
Okay,
this.
Bishop, go ahead. I know you don't want to give Casey no credit.
Come back. So bring it back to me one more time.
Kansas City
ran over and through the Lions.
I'm not too overly. And by the way, Detroit's the number 2 team overall. Philly is number 1. That's the first thing. Number 2, I wasn't that concerned because I think I actually picked Kansas City to beat.
You did pick Kansas City. You did.
Yeah, everybody did. Except for Derek.
Yeah, I picked
except
Kansas
3
City
people.
The thing is, Magic Man Mahomes still got that mojo. Detroit's defense is good, but not good enough. Their secondary is still weak, and Patrick Mahomes proved that. Well, Kelsey helped him prove that. I mean, making them crazy catches. But I'm okay with KC for the moment. I'm not surprised. I'm not head over heels. And like somebody already said, they got 2 games they got to get concerned with. First, the Ravens, because shouldn't Lamar Jackson be coming back next week?
Ravens.
No.
Oh, he's not next week.
Ravens have a bye next week.
Okay. Well, when he comes back, when they go back to the Knicks game, he'll be back. And then Bo Nix is starting to find himself. So, yeah, they got their hands full.
They played the Ravens already.
That's all right.
Yeah.
They'll meet them in the playoffs if the Ravens make it.
They still got to worry about the Broncos because Bo Nix ain't going to just lay down for you. So Chris Jones has got to figure out how to get to Knicks, and if they can contain Jones, they can control Kansas City.
We're gonna sit Knicks down.
I'm just messing with you, right? The bandwagon.
I know that.
You won't let me on the bandwagon.
Mr. Kendall.
Well, the difference, Bruce, between Kansas City at 3-3 and the Buffalo Bills at 4-2 is who they're beating and how they're gelling at the time that they are. Now, remember, even Philadelphia at one time looked like a couple of years ago looked like they were going to head to the Super Bowl. Then they lost their couple games, and the implosion of Minnesota last year. They lost their last 2 games with Sam Darnold. What I'm looking at is the eye test when it comes to Kansas City. I feel like they were down. A couple teams stomped them. but they seem to be getting themselves together. Yeah, they're losing, but they ended up beating Detroit, who was the second best team in the NFL behind Philadelphia. And Patrick Mahomes, and also the difference to me between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen is the fact that Pat Mahomes has 3 Super Bowl rings. So I'm not going to knock him down. I mean, he's just one of them guys in which whenever he's in the game, you just got the feeling that he's going to win that game. Whether, he's proven it enough for us, So that's the only difference for me. I just think that he's just somebody you just don't want to count out. Like Tom Brady against the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl, when all of a sudden they got the lead and Atlanta Falcons started passing the ball and giving him time on the clock. And then what happened there, So.
Yeah, but I agree with everything you're saying. But the only reason I never bet against Patrick Mahomes. But the only reason I went against Patrick Mahomes this time, because Larry was up there crying about all the weapons that was hurt.
Oh, so personal with you and Larry. I get it.
I was saying if Larry ain't with it, I better go with Detroit. Because I never bet against Patrick Mahomes. He was kind of unworthy.
I told you
WJRG Sports
I
Talk.
told you that. Okay,
we're gonna
Henry,
have
go
our
ahead.
own. We're gonna have our own Stephen A. Michael Irvin show here in a few minutes.
With them two.
Don't get pushed with all that purple rain you got back there.
Wow.
Go ahead, Mr. Henry.
To me, Kansas City offense, I'm not really worried about. It's going to be the defense. If the defense plays well, they'll be okay. But if the defense don't show up, then Kansas City's not going anywhere. But I think the game against Detroit really woke them up, and I see them going on the road. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Did everybody get a chance?
No, I didn't go yet. No, I didn't go yet.
Okay,
Well, I said last week, I figured that, I picked Kansas City to win. Back against the wall, if they would have lost that game, I'm the one that said they'd probably be out the playoffs because we've been too far down. 2-4, no team with 2-4 have ever made the playoffs. So I figured they would win, had to win. Detroit played good. Detroit's no bum. If they play again, Detroit might win. So, but I thought with their back against the wall that they win. We said at the beginning of the season, depends on where Kansas City will be at after 6 games. They're 3-3. They're in a good position. They're fine.
Right.
They're 3-3. Depends. Worthy comes back next week. He's back.
Yes, he played next week.
He played, didn't he?
I mean, Rice. No, Rice.
Rice is back.
Rice is back next week. So that's what we're saying. Depends on where they were after, 6 games, and they're 500. That's good. They're fine.
Right. But all jokes aside, I think Kansas City is ready, Larry. I'll be messing with you on that, but I think
me too. Kansas City, if I had another team, second team, that would be. I only do one team, but if the Rams ain't playing, I vote. But I do that because of Larry. He just over the top. We got to water him down, man. Like what the heck?
Water him down. That's crazy.
Hey, what? You don't know how bad. I hated to come in here and tell the truth tonight.
Hey, Bruce, I understand.
Tell the truth, shame the devil. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Bruce, you standing up for the Cowboys. You a big man standing for the Cowboys. You tell it like it is.
Yeah, but they look good, bro. They look real good, Larry.
Yeah, sure. But I agree with what Bishop said or whatever. They just know what Henry just said, and I've been saying that all year. They're just gonna go as far as their defense takes them, And I did, Larry. I saw Chris Jones, and he took heat for that. He said he thought the whistle blew. He said, he said he thought the whistle blew, but he was trying hard last night. He finally came through.
Yeah,
he finally came through because his pride was on the line, man. Because he took some blows after his performance. So he took some blows after. I watched it again. I said, oh wow, yeah. But he said he thought the whistle blew. So I give him the benefit of it.
Yeah, because he's in 80% of the plays, and he's without him,
That's why I said without without Chris Jones, that defense ain't the same.
As
And
goes
Yeah.
Chris Jones, so goes the
so
defense.
that's how with the Rams were, and we ain't talking about my Rams, but that's right. That's how they were with Aaron Donald. But go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he showed up big in the Super Bowl. I mean, huge.
Okay. Moving on. The Redskins. The Redskins, Chicago Bears. That
Yeah.
was, to me,
Command.
it was a boring game. What's name's not the same as he was last year. The quarterback, he's not running like he did last year. He's not
They
breaking
don't
out
want
there
him.
like he did.
Yeah, they don't want him.
I think
forget-
because he got that brace on his leg, and I
Yeah.
think that makes a big difference,
Yeah, but they
because
don't
he
want
tried to take off a couple times and he ain't got that explosive speed, So I think some of this stuff is from him being in the second year, like playing out there with a slippery ball and just letting it get out of his hands. I think Washington gave that game away. I think they had the opportunity.
back now.
They did.
That's what back from injury now.
They
They
gave
had
it
an
away.
opportunity to win it, but
But you know what I liked
know.
about the game last night, Larry? I liked the
What's that?
fact that it was a football weather game. That was that old school football, not the smash mouth portion, but just basically because of the weather, they did
Yes,
give
the
it
winning
away.
of-
I mean, they were. I mean, that last fumble, and I don't know. You guys know better than I do. I mean, if you know you can't plant that ball between the choppers there, wouldn't you rather hold on to it and maybe try to either eat it and make something else happen? Because he had opportunity and he just decided to try to force it in there. And it looked like he tried to lateral it in there. And the running back never closed the pot, never clasped with his hands. So, yeah, it's one of them things. You know what I mean? It wasn't a boring game to me. It was kind of, it had a little interest in it.
Yeah, I just saw the end of it because I was watching the other game. I was watching the Bills and Atlanta. But like with they don't want him to run around. They're trying to save their franchise player. They don't want him, running around. Because that's what happened to RG3, and he was never the same after he got hurt. But they don't want him to run around. But you also got to remember, Terry McLaurin hasn't played yet.
That's right.
Yeah. So, and he was the one that was clicking with him, in his first year, and McLaurin and haven't played this year. Yeah,
he did. He played this year after he signed the contract. He played one, and then he got hurt right after that.
Didn't play with him.
Wasn't Debo out last night? Debo Sanders?
No, Debo was there.
He played?
Yeah, Debo was there. Yeah, Scary wasn't.
I'll give him a B minus. I give Washington a B minus. I mean, they'll be all right. They'll probably be the sixth team in.
Yeah, because you got Dallas right on the cuffs.
Yep. And they play them next week.
Philly is better than they are, so they looking at a hard way in.
But you know what, Larry, with that division, look how Philly went to the Super Bowl with a powerhouse, and the Commanders the only team that played them tough. And beat them overtime and beat them in Philly. Yeah, couldn't beat them in the championship game because I didn't think they would because they beat them without Jalen Hurts. So
yeah, true.
That's gonna be a hard one.
Yeah.
Okay, Kendall.
I think that was a very interesting matchup of the number 1 and 2 quarterbacks from last year.
Yep.
I'm looking at Jaden Daniels to do a little something. And coming down the stretch, Caleb Williams showed me a little something because that's his second game-winning drive. So I think we got ourselves a rivalry set up here. Caleb is finally setting in. I mean, we saw Michael Penix in Atlanta. We're seeing these new young quarterbacks that are playing this game. So I believe that Jaden Daniels, his youth got ahead of him because that handoff, I mean, like you say, try to lateral. Then all of a sudden he fumbled. But then, Chicago did what they had to do to bring it all the way down to win the game. I mean, you're down by 2 and you kick a field goal, like Herman Edwards says, you play to win the game. And I just felt like Caleb Williams went out there and showed, okay, listen, I'm the number one draft choice. You're number two. Let's see if we can finish this game with me being number one and you number two. That's what I thought it was. I thought he looked at it as a duel as I was watching him play. Because you got to think he was drafted number one. This guy came along and got rookie of the year. So now you got the eye test. If you're drafted number one, you got the number two guy plays you, and you meet him in the regular season, you're gonna do something. You're gonna try to do something special. And if you watch that game, it looked like he was playing smart. I had never seen that Caleb Williams before. He's playing smart. He played really well last night. I was impressed. Don't know anything about him, but I know he played well last night.
Yeah. But if they were going to redraft, who would you draft first?
Well, I'm still taking Jaden. I mean, the eye test, but Caleb justified why he was the number one overall pick. Like you said, with the RG3 and the Andrew Luck thing, Andrew Luck was justifiably number one, but RG3 got the rookie of the year that year, remember? He got hurt, though.
You got the Heisman, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people thought that Jalen should have been the number one pick. Caleb ain't justified for being the number one.
Well, if you know what it was, Bruce, I thought that Jalen should be number one. The Heisman Trophy, but Caleb won it last year, and all they went was the muscular frame. That was the only thing that separated those two. That Caleb was a little bit more jacked, and they figured his body would hold up better in the NFL. That's the only difference with them.
Yeah,
and he could throw those off-platform throws. That's what they're saying. He could make all those things now. Is everybody's that he could throw the Patrick Mahomes off schedule throw. That's what everybody's measured at by now.
Yeah.
He's gonna be all right, but I wouldn't put much on Jalen because last night, that was Jalen's first game back from injury.
Right.
So I'm not
second game back. Second game back.
He played last week. I thought this was his first game back.
No, they won last week, but they played the Chargers.
Right.
All right, so ain't no excuse there. Scratch that off my record.
Henry, you get a chance yet?
No, I still think Jalen is hurt. I think to me, he's not fully healthy, so he's not really playing up to par. But we'll see. He played the Cowboys Sunday, so we'll see how they do. It'd be interesting.
So if the Cowboys win, you gonna put the Cowboy shirt back on?
Absolutely.
He'll have the Jaguars shirt on.
Jaguars play the Rams this week.
Jaguars play the Rams. Who's gonna win?
Ahead of time. I'm picking Jacksonville.
Okay. And Nakua's out.
If the Knicks beat the Lakers, you got to put on a Knick uniform.
Nakua is out too.
That's a
He
big
sure
loss.
is.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that's a big.
gonna hurt the Rams.
He was on fire.
Wow.
He was the number one receiver, right?
He was until last week. He got hurt. He only had 28 yards this week.
Yeah.
They still won though. They still got
He played
Devontae.
great
They got to make him
past
number
week.
one. Yeah, they're gonna have to make Devontae number one.
Yeah, he played great this week though.
Yeah.
Devontae can do it.
My thing with that, Bruce, is the Rams turn the ball over too much, and Jacksonville is the top team in takeaways. So that's gonna scare me. I'm going with the Rams, but that's what I'm scared of. They turn the ball over too much at the inopportune, and their kicker stinks. I mean, come on. I'm watching the game, and I said 3-3. Then I look at it, and I'm like, come on, bro. You hit every game. What the heck?
Need a good kicker now.
Watch my words, Jaden and Caleb. 5 years from now, we're gonna look at this thing again because short term, Jaden got him. Short term, But you look at a quarterback, you got to at least look at 5 years.
And this Harry, he actually now has a good coach.
Right.
He got the coach from the Lions, and you can see much better than they were last year. Last year they went how many games without scoring a touchdown? With the same team. With the same team. So coaching makes a difference. You can see down in Jacksonville too. They got a good coach. Coaching makes a lot of difference. I think that's what's going on too, Larry, with Kansas City. I think they do too much trickery. I think they should just turn around, hand the ball off instead of them 360s, flipping it backwards, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think they just, I just think they should just let Pat drop back and throw the ball. Hey, spin it around 360 lateral, toss it back. the other side. I'll be like, come
Play
on.
while he's vertical.
It looks good though. But with all the receivers they got
Look
right
good when you're
now,
winning, don't look good when you're losing.
it's gonna be
Time for one more,
dangerous.
fellas. We got time for one more, then we got to wrap it up. That's 7 o'clock hour, but we'll do one more.
Okay. The Patriots are 4-2, leading their division.
Yeah.
Now the Patriots quarterback, he's showing real signs. They say like he's a baby Josh Allen, you know. And he did some great stuff on the last play, winning that game. You know, he broke some tackles. He was very accurate. Do you think this is one of the next great coming quarterbacks? What do you think, Pastor?
Yeah, he's up there. You got so many nice young quarterbacks, but Drake May, he played well last year. Bruce's one said, man, put him out there. Don't wait. Throw him out there. And he did, and he's playing really good. I think the best move they made was bringing Bravo back because he's a Patriot and he knows that system. And they brought their offensive coordinator back, McDonald. And,
Yeah.
that was there. But Drake May I think they got themselves their franchise quarterback. Yeah, he's good.
Plus, Diggs helped them a lot, man.
Yeah, Diggs has helped a lot. He got a #1 receiver, which they didn't have in a while. Yeah, no doubt. Diggs helping them a lot. Yep.
Right.
Okay, Henry, go ahead.
What Bruce said was exactly what I was going to say. So there's nothing else I need to say. Diggs is the big difference.
I agree. Bishop.
No need for me trying to add because Bruce and Pastor Walt put it down. Just made it plain and simple.
Kendall, do you think they actually got a chance of taking off the Bills again?
I think they have a chance in doing it. Yeah, because like you say, as Stephon Diggs, he literally has a guy that you got a quarterback can get the ball to you, and you got a guy that's a game changer. Don't know why. Wasn't he at Minnesota and Buffalo?
He was at Minnesota, yeah.
Yes, he was at Buffalo too.
Yeah, he's running around.
And,
Hopefully this is his guy. But I think the most interesting, compelling story has to be the 40 for 40 that's happening on Thursday night with Joe Flacco versus Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Two
yeah,
Super
right?
Bowl winning champions, and we got two
Senior Bowl.
the geriatric bowl there,
Yeah,
but Drake May is a good quarterback. He was a great. He's good. Drake May is pretty good.
Yeah,
he is.
Isn't he out of North Carolina?
yes.
Yeah, he came with Kelvin Bryant. Lawrence Taylor came up out of there. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, he looks good, man.
Yeah, he looks good.
Okay, let's end in the studio.
Yeah. I said my little piece on Drake May. He gonna be all right, man. He gonna be great.
Donald, can the Patriots do it?
No, he's having a great year this year, and I just really got into him when they beat the Bills. That's when I really got into him. So, but I ain't seen a lot of them like you guys have. But can they do it this year? Nah, he looks good.
Just beat the Bills in their division.
In their division? Nah.
Yeah.
He's doing good. They 4-2.
He's doing good. But now it's time to turn things.
You got to keep it up.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be able to keep it.
Yeah, the Patriots, they look good, but I'm still going with the Bills. They're going to find a way to win that division.
Yeah.
Okay.
Patriots are playing a little bit over their head too, if you ask me.
Yeah. But that's why we play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing very good. I think I picked them every week. The only week I didn't pick them is against Miami, and they won. But that's when I didn't know Miami was this bad,
Yeah, you live and you learn, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know Miami was this bad, man. But
I got stuck betting against the Panthers.
I'm telling you, right? I didn't know the Panthers was this good. That was like, all right, okay, whoever the Panthers playing, we're going against them, but that ain't the case no more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Think about that game now.
They burnt
The
me
only one
twice.
that we can go against, the only one that we know you definitely pick for an L is Tennessee.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody else. But what happened to the Jets and the Broncos? That was a close score.
Jets
Yeah.
are on that almost bid. They almost won. They almost got the first down. They
They
almost
almost beat Tampa Bay.
yeah.
But Washington played so bad for the Jets. He's not a quarterback.
No, he's the worst. You know, that's the only place I see that really needs. I was going through that. We were talking about, who needs a good quarterback, because you got so many good young quarterbacks now.
Yeah.
The only team that really don't have a quarterback now is the Jets.
The Jets, you're right. They should get anybody besides him. Anybody.
Shador. They should get Shador.
Yeah. Because they can't
In
get no
Pittsburgh,
worse.
because Aaron Rodgers can't go on forever. But the only team that really don't have a good quarterback right now is the Jets. They got to have the worst quarterback in the league right now.
He is. He's the worst.
Yeah. And who's his backup? Oh, his backup. Yeah, his backup ain't no better. I mean, his backup is the guy from Buffalo. Who's the backup, Kendall? For the Jets.
I don't even know the backup for the
Well,
Jets. But they said they have no quarterback.
Tyrod
It's,
Taylor. Tyrod
yeah,
Taylor.
Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, they don't even got no help, and they ain't put the backup young guy in. They don't even have a young guy.
Yeah, they did. What's name? Cleveland cut Tyrod Taylor sent him back to the Jets.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
I thought Fields was going to do okay, but nah, he just don't have it.
Now he's scared. He's passed the ball. He's scared.
Yeah, he just don't have
every
it.
time.
But he can run though. They should put him as running back. I mean, he can run.
That might be his new position.
Well, you're at the top of the hour. Which one of you gentlemen want to close us out? Because it don't look like the studio's coming back.
Well, you're the closer.
You're the closer, yeah.
You're the closer.
You've been on vacation.
They're gonna say, yeah, wait a minute. Even when you say the name, close us out.
What vacation was I on?
Listen.
I'm out
The Yankees have Mario Rivera. We've got you, Bishop.
I'm out there struggling, hoping them pool holes and them craters don't swallow us up. Come on,
We talking about vacation from closing us out.
All right, let's go for it. Father God,
let's go.
For this great day. Thank you for these great men that have joined us to be part of this program.
You, Lord.
God, we thank you that though we've taken the time to have a little bit of fun, we bless you for who you are in our individual lives. Now, Father God, we take this time to pray over Bob McCormick. We speak the word now. To enter his body now in the name of Jesus. God, you said if anything shall agree is touching anything, you said you would do it. Because we're touching and agreeing for Bob's healing, thank you for his speedy recovery, God. Thank you that you show yourself mighty and strong on his behalf. And not just him, God, we still continue to pray for Larry's daughter, Father God, as she continues to progress in the positive, Father God. And Father, we bless you for each individual family that makes up this WJRG family, God. We thank you for expanding us, helping us to advance the kingdom. Now, as we leave this particular show, but never your presence, continue to walk with us, talk to us, work in us, God. Lead us, guide us, guard us, govern us, protect us as you always do. Now, unto him who's able to present you faultless before his throne, to the only wise God be glory, majesty, dominion, and power, both now, henceforth, and forevermore. Let the men of God say amen.
Amen. That's our closer.
Amen.
All right,
God bless you all on behalf of Dr. Jerry Green and this beautiful crew here. We want to say to you, shalom. Shalom. Have a great week.
Shalom.
Love you, my brothers.
Love you, brothers.
All right, y'all have
Going down, Henry. I know you ain't on Friday. You going down, bro.
Hey, we gotta wait to see what jersey you're gonna have on Friday. Hey,
Cowboys don't win. He has the Cowboys jersey on.
I thought I had my picks in. I come to find out I ain't got my picks out. Henry has only 6 games behind you, but now I'm 16 games behind you. I can't make that up, so I guess
You can't make up. Henry get over me every week, man. All right.
Every week. You know, hey, Henry like the weather. He changed his jersey and his team, and I don't know what you be doing, bro. I think he wait till 1:45
Hey,
and put his picks in.
between
That's what I think.
Jacksonville and Rams, one of us gonna gain a game or go back a game because you picking the Rams and I'm picking Jacksonville.
We don't
Well,
know. We don't
that's
know.
gonna be close with no Cooper
That's
Cup.
gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a good
Nah,
game.
gonna be close.
Rams are winning that game. I'm telling you up front. Don't wear your Jacksonville jersey that day.
I don't know. Where they playing at?
Early, man.
They playing in Jacksonville?
They playing in London. Yeah.
They in London.
Playing London?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing in London.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all losing that game. You guys are 0-3 overseas, man.
All right.
Wow.
Hey, Jacksonville's
All right,
0-3 overseas. They lost 3 straight overseas. So you might as well just
Got
go
this
ahead.
young guy. They going out partying. We gonna be out there working out.
Uh-huh. Hey, he gonna eat some of that food in London, eat one of them Triscuits, one of them biscuits, and they ain't gonna be able to play.
All right, good night, everyone.
Hey,
I'll see you guys later.
Enjoy your
Yep.
evening with your wife for birthday celebration.
Yes.
Tell her
Amen.
happy
God
birthday,
bless.
okay?
Amen.
I will.
Brothers, God bless.
God bless.
All right. Bye-bye.